Hello, hello, travelers around the world. So it's Igor here again, and today with my second kind of episode, I have a nice guest. This guest is my friend. However, we met with as most of friends during the travel. Here we are. That's why we're here. So Rohan from India, now in Poland. Man, thank you for agreeing for this. Thank you. Good to have you here. We met with you with like let's say in one city. Now we are in another city. Like now you hosting me. Like kind of you guest on my podcast. I guest in your apartment. So here you are. Thank you, man. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Glad and happy to join.
Yeah. So, and like, man, we're talking about travels here. So, like, and somehow travel is there's one app I already mentioned it in previous episode. That is pretty big impact on my life. This application has, so it's couchsurfing, and like we kind of met through this application as well. Actually, we met in nice times, right? It was COVID times. It was like couchsurfing, not really couchsurfing, more like hangout way. We are like two expats in different city, different country. And then some hangouts, some international meetings, illegal kinda,
Yeah.
if like by government regulation it was illegal. So, however, here we are. You moved to different city. You're hosting me now. So tell me, how is your life going? How is maybe your if you are hosting people here or doing something, like how it's all going for you, like during this topic, like couchsurfing topic.
It's going well. Like now, I don't host as often as I used to before, but it's very true. Like we met around the time when COVID was at its peak. People were traveling less, and everybody was staying home, but they wanted to see more of. Wanted to get more of international exposure, make new friends and things. So it was during that time when we met around 2-3 years back, and it was also during one of these couchsurfing hangouts. I use hangouts here sometimes to meet people, but nowadays I'm hosting less.
And what about travel? When you travel nowadays, like do you still into couchsurfing, into this app? Like doesn't matter, hosting hangouts still, like whatever. How is your
Specifically when it comes to couchsurfing, when I'm traveling, I'm mostly going at hostels or something, so I'm meeting people at hostels than couchsurfing. But sometimes if the hostel is dull or if it doesn't have the vibe, then I use couchsurfing hangouts or yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. And like did you use this application in general a lot, like kind of actively, or like more like regular based, like here there? I just don't remember, how much, let's say, couchsurfer you are,
I for a period of time I used to use a bit more actively hangouts in particular, but nowadays it's less.
Right. Then how about your travels in general, like nowadays, like normal times back, we are growing up, time changes, like everything, like some people get in more stable life, some people get into routine, into job, into some like whatever hobbies they have. How is it with you, man? Are you still an active traveler? Like, if so, yeah, tell us how was your last year, maybe? I don't know. Let's say it's a recent period of time.
Like nowadays I'm more of sadly starting to becoming more of a routine person. And even when I'm traveling more like weekends or like a week-long trip. But I used to prefer a lot more traveling like longer for like few months, few weeks at a time. But I'm really missing that when work and all these things come in play. So it's getting a bit in the way. But I'm trying to travel every month as much as I can. And but yeah, I look forward to doing a little bit more like longer trips. So
Oh man, like this would be really good. Long, yeah,
Longer,
yeah. I know what you mean. But like I know that you mean like travel like at least for short one, you know, you travel a lot, right? You was like now as we talked with you yesterday or before yesterday, you were going to Madeira, to Portugal. Then before where you was like not so long time ago.
I was in Stockholm 3 weeks back.
Okay.
It was just like a long weekend trip. I didn't do much stuff. It was just around the old town and just around. But yeah, in 2 weeks I'm going to Madeira. I'm super excited for it. It's like after I went to Iceland last year, I'm very
Oof, man, true. You went to Iceland. I remember. It was when like autumn 2023 or something like this.
It was like autumn, fall last year.
Wow, yeah, that was dope. That was like crazy trip. Yeah, that was crazy trip. I remember your photos and stuff. And this like night lights, how you call it?
Lights.
Northern lights. Yeah, this is a dream. This is bucket list. I still don't have it completed. You know, nice, sweet. You know, and how was that experience? Tell because for me, you see, it sounds really excited. Places I haven't been yet. You know, even where I've been, like it's excited, but I mean like you know some places like a little bit more excited. Yeah. So anyway, how was your Iceland trip? Like, because man, like I remember, I don't even know honestly much detail. So like me and people who are gonna listen will discover it. We will discover in the same time, literally. So because you went for, I think for several weeks or something, 2 weeks maybe.
I went for like a week.
But then you guys had something like kind of you was riding in this like snow cars and like this northern light kind of. This was a lot of activities.
That was a different place. There was this island called Svalbard. It's kind of the northernmost town in the world, like inhabited town in the world.
But it's still on the same trip.
No, it was 2 different trips.
Oh, really?
But like 2 months apart, like a month apart.
So tell me, you know, about this Iceland. Right. How was that?
Iceland would be hands down one of the most beautiful places I've been. It's the landscape and just being there. It's, like if you want mountains, you get mountains. You get like black sand beaches. Even just driving through the mountains and beaches and all the sort of volcanoes and hot springs and things. So it's really cool to go and explore. And even like shit ton of waterfalls. And and most of these like hidden ones you have to like hike for a bit, you reach there, jump in the waterfall.
Did you really in winter? It's like
it
because usually like, waterfalls normal one, mountain one is like
it's
crazy
cold. Like but there is like some of the ones which have kind of hot springs. So hot springs kind of fall from a little bit more like higher.
Okay.
So it'll actually be like hot.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Wow.
So it kind of like slows down. Not like too high waterfalls, but more like steeper ones. So it's when if you're somebody who loves nature, Iceland is really a place to go.
For me lately, and actually let me come to one question I have. Lately, me personally, I travel more nature-wise. I kind of like avoiding like I'm trying to let's call like this, like honestly trying to avoid big cities, you know, like and even for instance, you know, like also in autumn last year, like I was going with my partner like in around Turkey, and I know Izmir, really cool city in Turkey. I love Turkey. It's one of my top country I ever visited. However, and Izmir, like everybody was saying good stuff about Izmir, and like big cities for me, like let's say Istanbul, I love Istanbul. But when we came to Izmir, I kind of looked from far from this bus station. You can see it's a huge city. I'm like, no, I don't want to go there, you know. And we went like through nature and stuff, you know. So, but point is that kind of lately, I don't know. Like maybe I get tired. Maybe I already get enough of these cities. But like you know, still, I totally get you. Like for me, like I love this island travel lately. You know, like to explore some nature and stuff. So like and so what I wanted to ask, you know, I wanted to ask How is your way of travel lately? Like kind of like, and what I'm trying to ask, not only like nature city. Let me give you some like options, like nature city, for example, or you, again, or balance is also option. Sometimes city, sometimes this is like one way. For example, what I have in mind, or another one also. Maybe you can wrap out, how you say it. The like about budget, you know, because let's say also me personally, we can like even open these two questions. But point is that like way back I was like super budget. Nowadays I'm trying to get like more in comfort. Sometimes I can sleep like, you know, in tent, but then I eat like amazing dinner, for example, you know, something kind of, you know, or like some like, you know, sleep in tents like for weeks and then like hop in the amazing hotel to retreat, to treat body well, you know, like kind of, you know. So yeah, can you please tell us like how it's for you, and if you observe some changes, let's say you back some years and you nowadays? Yeah, you already mentioned this like short, like length.
Yeah, short.
That length you got shorter, unfortunately, because of job. Well, it's because of job, we understand it. But again, a lot of things changes the same because of I got more comfortable because of this job, you know, for example. Yeah. Back then I was like a student backpacker and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, how it's for you?
So in terms of the places that I'm visiting, I would say I'm also kind of trying to stay out of big cities because it's too touristy, a lot of people, and not exactly worth the time spent. But there's like few places, or unless it's some big city that I really want to go and visit and explore. Like I've never been to Paris, so I'm super like into going to Paris. So I've never been, but most of the big cities I've visited recently, it has not given me enough satisfaction compared to, let's say, like going to Iceland or Norway or somewhere. So something more like by the nature, outdoors, you can feel stuff, and yeah, and something a little bit more like untouched in comparison, where there's like less tourists.
Yeah.
Like in Iceland, there was this small island called Vestman. It's a small island. They may be having like 5 hotels or 6 hotels in the whole island, and you can take a ferry from mainland Iceland to this small Vestman island, and when you take the ferry and when you go into the island, you can see the huge cliffs, and the ship is kind of going, not like a smaller ship is kind of going through this like cliffs, and you can actually go hike around, and there's like 0 people. Like very few like locals living there, and all this like beautiful nature, like mountains, and kind of forgot the name of the bird, like these kind of birds that you see in the Nordic countries, like with the long beak.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's like this very, I forgot its name, like it's very cute, and they kind of go around in like group.
This like
with like a long beak. It's like a small one, and
anyway. I don't know. And like, what about the budget part? Like how you like you, because that trip Iceland, as we also talking, like you had like it's organized trip, right? Yeah.
It wasn't organized. I went with a friend, so that was a bit out of budget, I would say, because we rented a car, because you need a car to go around, because everything is a bit.
So you was by yourself?
No, I went with a friend.
Okay.
So we rented a car together, and one day we stayed at a hotel in this island. It's not like a hotel, more of a guest house, homestay kind of thing. And one night we stayed in the car, and one night we tented. So,
nice. Yeah. Cool. Actually, I also like doing this like cars lately. Like again, to get some sort of comfort, and also less dependent of like different like schedules or like arrangement, like something you just go and do whatever you want. This is really like what I kind of like last year discovered for myself, and I really recommend to people kind of that. Yeah, of course it's money cost, but it's like It's really giving a lot. You can discover a lot. You can go to wild places, do wild camping. Really, really stuff. What is give you more. Even like for example, for instance, on Malta, I've been without car, buses and stuff doesn't really make much sense. Like, or at least somebody have who can some like taxis, of course, but yeah. But I mean, yeah, like otherwise, like to go to different like in beaches and cliffs and whatever, like would be problematic. I don't, yeah, imagine myself like cover everything up. Yeah, even though, yeah. Cool. Man, how many countries in general you visit? Like in total, like how?
21 something.
2021, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, what is like your most? I don't know. Maybe. Touchy for you. Like, there doesn't matter. Like, and culturally and shock. Like, I don't know. You can mix like something if you have this place. Like, so what so far, like, kind of, had this, give you these feelings of, oh, wow, this is something interesting. Or, like, feelings of comeback, of, like, yeah, this kind of.
I would say it would be Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just about, like, the beaches or the landscape and things, but I did, like, for a short term, I did a workaway kind of thing there. So, I worked at a hostel, like, summer of 2020.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
I've been there, I guess, on summer 2020.
That was
in Croatia, yeah, I think, yeah.
I was in Zagreb for a bit, then split for like a few days.
Man, I've been there the same year we met. No, sorry. No, it was year after. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So that would be, I mean, in particular the people that I met, especially the travelers at that time, because it was COVID, so few people were traveling. So there was a lot more like people who were like staying longer. So I was working at the hostel, so there was like a lot of like guests who were like travelers who were staying for like a month or something. Most of the time stuck because they cannot go back because of flights and things. Yeah, and so everybody became like a very good group, and I really enjoyed it.
Right.
More than the city or the country, it was the people that was.
Okay, nice experience, right? Kind of what you get through the people. This is actually really cool. Also, thing, like to open up country, like kind of through people, right? Like it's not like you just sightsee, just walking around or like, like just, but you kind of people, right? What make it? I think it's mostly like this, right? Experience what you have with people, right? You can walk around like everywhere.
Yeah.
But like it will be more or less, I think. Well, I will not say for everybody, but let's say if I just walk around cities and stuff, I think more or less the same feelings in the beginning. Okay, wow, an interest in building stuff, but I'm not expert. I'm not an architecture. I'm not historical person. So for me, like a lot of things is just like interesting. Like, oh, okay, nice, all beautiful, No more than this, and for all people, or like some emotions what I get in through the people, or some touch with people, like with some locals or with some, as in your case, with travelers, So kind of, this is the thing, like, yeah, and yeah. For example, also, and okay, what about the local people? What, let's say, impressed you? Kind of, if like not travelers, if don't touch this one, but like.
Local.
By anything, by traditions or by behavior, can be both good, bad way. Like not bad, let's say, and less pleasant, because again, it's personal experience, right? Like it's not like saying bad about some nations. It's more about like if you want to say just okay, I had situation is not pleasant. It's not pleasant, right? So, yeah. So you can go in any direction, in a good or like if you have something funny, interesting to share from bad. Like would be funny.
I would actually say it will be Nepal. I really felt the people there are super sweet.
Yeah.
Like very helpful. Even like they're very happy and excited that somebody else came to see the country. So it's very. I really felt that way.
Oh, nice. How was-
particularly when it comes to locals.
Uh-huh. How was the food there?
Food was really good. I was most of the time hiking, so it was always like there's this dish called dal bhat, which is kind of super popular, and it's like a
What is it?
Nepali staple dish. It's rice. There's like a few type of let's say curries, and so it's like a big meal, like a few different things. So with like rice and it's called papa. It's like more of like a baked rice.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, but it's like rice itself,
Yeah,
like a bit, kind of like
the
just
main part is rice.
okay.
Rice and lentils.
Oh, and lentils. Okay.
Yeah.
So like a curry, right? As you said.
more or less.
Okay.
But it's kind of different type of curry that you get in like India.
Okay. Nice. And what about the food in general? Where like you had this food experience, you know? People experience will be Nepal. Let's go with food experience.
Food experience would be Italy for sure.
Sorry, I think I said Nepal. I meant Nepal.
Nepal.
Yeah. Sorry.
Food experience, I think it would be Italy.
Italy.
For sure, yeah.
I say Nepal and Italy. Okay. Anyway, Italy, man, interesting.
Yeah. I would
Nice.
like all European cuisine, I think. I love.
They really know how to do, especially when it's there, like fresh and
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
Like Italians, really, they know what they're doing, you know. And they know how not to fuck it up, right?
Yeah,
like
sure.
they keep doing it and keep doing it, and this is like respectfully to traditions, you know. Like even though they can be a little bit like, hey guys, don't put this, don't put that, but like people can make fun of it. Out of Instagram memes, you know, and stuff like how Italians, like, don't put like pineapple or something. But again, they keep this tradition. They like keep their cuisine how it is, how they prefer, how they like. Yeah, other countries I think can experiment, but maybe Italians a little bit dramatic, but you know. But in Italy, you go there, like I think it's amazing how they do, you know. Even though, and also what I amazed. And it's quite simple, to be honest, cuisine in general. Like, it's not like advanced. But, you know, I had, I don't know if you met Rafa or not, like Italian guy, like I used to work. Boy, like, he was like, when we went just for pasta, and he was like, hey, okay, like, I will just cook simple pasta for you. Like, he didn't say, okay, you want to eat pasta? Okay, let's eat pasta. But he did simple, this olive oil. This is simple, right? It's like pasta, oil, some like garlic or something, and kind of done. But like I never, even I tried his recipe, I never could repeat like the way, man, it just tastes different. It's just the way how they do it, like everything, like, oh wow, really agree. Yeah. So like, and that was not even like Italian products, but anyway, yeah.
What would be the place that you felt like the local people are the best?
The best. You know, I have like several countries and like they kind of like still mix with each other. But you know, like many countries I visited was like really cool people, you know. Again, Turkey I really love. I think they first I had this like mind-blowing opening maybe in Turkey, like it's different, not like European. So, and let me try to pause. And sorry, we come back, and actually we talk about like food. I don't know if I will cut it or not. Anyway, let's see how it's gonna be. But funny thing, we talk about the food and we got our Italian food, you know.
Italian food.
Speaking of, you know, of pleasant. Well, bro, what I wanted to also ask and wrap it up. Sorry. If come back to answering your question, to don't let the topic be open, right? For me, Turkey was mind blowing, really. Exactly like also people vibe, you know, like I was hitchhiking, super easy and stuff. Yeah, and I think Brazilians pretty cool. Iranians, like Persians also impressed me, like from perspective of this, like even, I think this Middle East, this hospitality of Middle East is like different level, really like so far, crazy. And Brazil, I think, from like also South America. Yeah, I think like people wise and everything. And yeah. Spain, let's say I was treated really nice by like close people, but like around was like, you know, normal, not good and bad, like just good, let's say, not normal, good, you know, like. So, and nice. And what I wanted to ask about, you know, well, again, I don't still really know all your way of travels, because like for me it wasn't hitchhiking and this couch surfing and money kind of budgeting and like, I don't know, and comfortable, as you say, like cars and like hotels and like stuff. So, and the question more like about the challenges, you know, like, because different, but like what was for you, let's say, have you ever faced any challenges while you travel, and like, you know, if so, yeah, if you wanna, I know, some funny even stories, you know, like, yeah, whatever it could be. Yeah.
Main challenges when traveling somewhere. Something which it depends on, I would say, more where you're traveling. So if you're traveling, let's say some part of Asia, or I'm assuming South America, or African continent or something, then it might be a lot more logistics, how to figure out to get from one place to another, especially if it's, you know, kind of middle of nowhere kind of places. Because in most cases you cannot Google something up and get the right way. So so in such places this might be a challenge, but on the other side, if you want to travel to more, let's say, developed like Australia, or if you want to travel to South Korea or somewhere like more expensive, or a little bit more like first world kind of countries, it would be a little bit more like figuring out visas and stuff at some point. When you're in Europe.
This is actually a good point what you're saying. Yeah, sorry for cutting. Yeah, visas. Okay, nice. But yeah, like especially for European, like for kind of, let's say, Western people, like it's not really a hassle, you know. For all our other the world, it's like a hell, you know. Yeah, visas. And what was like for you, like visa, like what, let's say, the most difficult visa was for you, or like, let's say, more or challenging again, difficult,
challenging also for me to get.
Yeah, in general, like all this hassle with process, bureaucracy, you know, like kind of like.
I would say most of, like, even like US visas generally super hard. Now most of the time even Schengen visas and like EU country visas is also getting like more stricter, let's say, to travel. But yeah, something that's good about EU in general is you can travel in and just have like one visa for 30-40
Yeah, this is good for this Schengen stuff. It is good zone, and even other countries, some countries kind of, if you have Schengen, they give easier visa. Exactly.
So that's kind of a harder part, traveling to more like modern developed countries. Then I would say it's still more going to be time, how much time you get to travel, like other commitments come in and things.
Yeah, right. And like, have you ever felt like any unsafety while you travel? Again, also couch surfing way, you know. I had some funny stories, you know. Maybe one day will be opened. Yeah. So even hostels, you mentioned hostels, right? Yeah.
I don't seem to recollect any unsafe travels. Like,
you never felt unsafe during travel, even like, let's see, I know Paris streets pretty popular with like these feelings. Actually, for example, in me, for instance, I felt quite unsafe in Lille in France. I even told my friend, like from Lille, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, really? I will show you another Lille." But anyway, I felt like, a little bit, you know, dodgy. Some guys hanging around in the station. But like, I was like, even cops told me like, go there because at least it's more people, at least, you know, like kind of, you know. So, and Madrid, I felt like really situations when I'm holding, let's say, making a photo, and then I'm catching myself on the thought, shit, my phone's still in my hands, you know, because like, night before, because I was holding phone like literally like a tourist, you know, and like, a night before, the driver, when I was hitchhiking from Lisbon to Madrid, his friend on the same gas station, they were sleeping cars nearby. I sleep on gas station, driver sleep in car, another driver another car, and another driver got robbed, you know, like, yeah. And they say it's pretty calm and they put gas, like a lot of kind of like, so it's really unsafe for truck drivers, you know, like a lot of robberies and nothing can do, So for you, never stories like this?
I don't think anything particular has come in on that regard. It's not something which is coming right to mind.
Nice. And nice. And another stuff what I wanted to ask you, like about activities, what you usually do. You mentioned the stuff about like outdoors, like what you usually do in general, like when you travel, besides sightseeing. I don't know, surfing for instance. I don't know, like do you have some purposeful, like, you know, when you go somewhere, I will do this, that, you know, kind of like activities, you know, hobbies. I don't know, theater. I for example sometimes go in for theater, you know, like in the random countries. I don't fucking understand what is it, like, you know, different language, but you know, to see how they play, how to, you know, different way of Do you have some funny activities you I know at least one you will do, but I will open a little bit later. I know at least one, but maybe something I don't know.
When it comes to activities which I do, it's most of the time I try to do something which is more outdoorsy, like hiking or going on treks or mountain biking or things like that.
Interesting.
Then something which is a little bit unrelated, which I do, is skydiving.
Oh, you opened my topic. Okay, go.
So...
Yeah, man, this is our new hobby. Open the skydiving.
Yes. Starting to do more cool shit in the sky. And... so something which is very exciting. And I jumped again today after almost 4 or 5 months break.
Yeah, man, it was nice days, right?
Yes, it was really good weather. I did 3 jumps today, so I'm super excited.
All right, and new drop zone for you, new kind of city, new drop zone.
City,
Nice. Yeah, man, excited for this as well. You know, I totally resonate with this hobby, with this activity. It's kind of extra activity to do. Yeah. Would like also to do like kite surfing, you know, like diving, you know, with like the fish and stuff, you know, like a lot of things to do. But like for me, also lately I'm going into, let's say, some activity, what not also like place or something, kind of, it's again extra something what I add into travel to do something like, like I say, experience, like maybe a little bit radical in certain way, like kind of like more different than usually people do. Or like really different, and skydiving is one of these, and then again to see like from different perspectives, you know.
Exactly.
Sightseeing, always sightseeing, man. Like, and you will go to Madeira, like what's your plan?
There's this hike called Piertuer.
This is
San Rico ending one. The pictures look really awesome, so that's something which I'm very much looking forward to. And there's a lot of cliffs. Even the food I heard is great. And
they have lovely food. A lot of like nature, man. Like so wow, you know. Always wow, you know. Like always explore greenness and size and everything, you know. Cool. Really. This is stuff. Excited for you too. When you going to?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah. Nice.
For how long?
For 5-6 days.
5-6 days. Gonna rent car?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Man, nice. Alright, Rohan, I think like, you know, we can slowly wrap up. Just like, you know, whatever you wanna, if you have something to say, you wanted to say, to share, maybe some encourage words, maybe like, you know, some advice for travelers, again, like this podcast we do, you know, after all this day and stuff, it's about travel, it's what like unite us, you know. So like if you can If you have something to say and you want, feel free.
Something I would say to all of you is to travel more often and seize the day.
Nice. Thank you. Cool, guys. Travel, enjoy, right? See you around. Bye. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you.
Bye.